All right, so now let's continue our video. This should be the fourth series, which is basically we want to now do the setup. Remember in our last video, we were able to connect the AP to with a PoE cable that is supplying 48 volts, and of course we connected it to a switch or an internet source so that it has both internet and PoE. So now the next thing you do, if you've not already done so, is to download the Huawei Ekit app. And of course, I showed you how to download it in our previous app. So once you download, please try and create an account, so that it will help you in your setup, especially if you're using the app. It's very important. All right, so now I've clicked on the app. So let's wait for it to load. Once it loads, we'll just do a very quick setup. It's not very hard. It takes about 10 minutes, and in 10 minutes you have internet already. So I will just do this update much later because I don't have all the time now. Very good. So now when it opens, you just focus at the bottom. You see there's a home page, there's a products, then there's tools, there's me. So we'll just select the projects tab. If you don't see it, you may need to slide front and back and it will come project. So you just go to deployment, and it's going to give you a few things about some updated things they've done. Okay, you can find time to read it, and if not, just click next. Then how to share projects. Okay, how to hand over projects. Nice. Now once that is done, you're going to see three options: deployment, create projects, receive projects. So just go to deployment since we want to deploy a project. And now it's going to ask us, what do you want to deploy? Is it a data storage or is it an SME network? So we're actually deploying an SME network. So we select that and we'll click next. Now it's going to ask you, how do you want to connect to this device you want to configure? Do you want to connect through, QR code or Wi-Fi? QR code is usually the best or the easiest. All right, so it's going to tell you, okay, before scanning, why don't you give this project a name? So we're going to select a project scenario. So you're going to ask yourself, is it going to be an enterprise, a hotel? So let's say I'm going to select real estate just because I'm in my accommodation or in a living space for now. So just select that. Then it's going to be project. You can give it any name you want, but I'll just leave it there. Then device login. You need to create a password. So let me just quickly create a password. So that is done. You now click OK. And once that is registered, it's going to ask you to scan the QR code on the device. So remember, we've already set up our device, so we'll be waiting for it. Once that's done the setup, I'm going to allow access. Good. And now I'm just going to scan this. Very good. So just be a little bit patient. Sometimes some patience is needed. It has captured it. All right. It has known the device name, the serial number. I'll just click OK and click finish. Very good. So now it has seen the device, and now it has scanned only one. So if I have multiple, I could scan them at once, but we'll just have one because we're just experimenting. Say next. And once you say next, the other thing is just simple. You just tell you, okay, select a name for your device, Do you want people to see it? You don't want people to see it? You select a password, and that's it. You are online immediately. All the default settings are even okay. So it's one of the easiest things to set up. So of course, this configuration part will take about 5 minutes, and after that, your device is online. So it's one of the easiest devices to set up, especially using the app. And we recommend that you use the app. Of course, if you want to be a little bit more advanced, maybe you want to use the web portal to access it, that can still be done. Maybe I can do another video on that um, later, of course, because I know some people in the platform or who watch my videos are technically inclined. So I think I'll also find time and do another video on my laptop how you can actually configure it using a laptop, and you can connect to its wireless network using an IP address to access it. Then you do your changes. But for most newbies, for most people who just want to deploy, you don't really need so much settings. But if you want, you can actually get them. But this straightforward onboarding process is what we recommend. It's easy, it's nice, and you can even use it for your mesh setup too. Yes, but if you're using the web portal section, it's hard to even get that mesh functionality settings. But you can still do that if you wish to. So we'll just give it some time. And after the countdown, you can see the countdown down there. He's onboarding this device right now. And after the next 3 minutes, we are good to go. You just set up a password and all that. Yeah. So, but while this is doing and while it's going to launch, it's good to, as we did mention, know the number of persons you want to serve on your network, and know the distance you want to cover. We know that each of this particular device can actually cover 500-meter distance and can actually take 1,000 users, but it is directional. It's not omnidirectional. So if you want it to be omnidirectional, you need to have at least 4 to 6 of this device. You need to mount them on a single pole, and you must make sure that it's facing the different directions. In that way, you can cover multiple locations and have thousands of people on your network. Yeah, but for us here now, we're just testing one of these. And after this video, after the setup is complete, I'm going to now go around my neighborhood. You're going to see my local neighborhood. Of course, I'll try to be a little bit fair, but at the same time, maintaining a level of privacy as well. To help us see, does this signal really cover 500 meters? It does, but I've taken it upon myself to do a physical test and to take you by the hand, as it were, showing you step by step what you need to do to fully set up your product. So now we have like 1 minute to go. So in case you're not aware, or in case I may have missed it, please try and get a switch that is PoE enabled, and that the PoE is giving out 48 volts. Please don't do the mistake and go for 20 volts. If not, it's going to affect the power you'll be getting from this device. If you don't have funds to buy maybe a 4-port or 8-port PoE switch, you may also get, there's a smaller PoE adapter you can buy that can take only one device. So you just put in your network cable on the other end, while the other end will be supplying 48 volt, and you just connect it to source. So this is very, very important. If you don't have that, you can't do this setup. If you don't have PoE enabled, you can't do this setup. Then, of course, the other option too, even though you want to use a computer to do the setup, you don't want to go through wireless or scanning QR code, the device also needs to be on. So that means you need PoE cable to power it up. Then you can now connect to it wirelessly and do whatever you need to do. So in 1 second, our device will be fully configured. Then the next thing I will need to do in the next video, which will be the 5th video, will now be to do a physical test. So this is your wireless network. I'm going to give you a name, of course. How far away can you see it? Then I think that will be that. So thank you for watching, and see you in the next one.